When it comes to DC's family of speedsters, there's always a bunch of debates about which one's the fastest or who could win if they all raced each other, but I don't think anybody can deny that only one of them really fits the title fastest man alive. And no, it's not Barry Allen. I know, big shocker, right?
My name is Barry Allen, and I am the fastest man alive.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
No, the actual fastest man alive in the DC universe is Wally West, former Kid Flash and the third person to take up the Flash name after Jay Garrick and Barry Allen. Now, Wally may have started off as essentially a younger clone of Barry, complete with literally the exact same accident Barry went through that also gave him super speed and a mini Flash uniform to wear while out in the field, but after Barry sacrificed himself to defeat the Anti-Monitor during the events of 1985's Crisis on Infinite Earths, Wally took up the Flash mantle and really made the role his own. Sure, he may have started off a little slow, thanks to a couple mental blocks he needed to get around, but after he did, his speed level grew at a staggering rate and he developed a whole bunch of crazy abilities to go along with it. I mean, the dude's capable of everything other speedsters can do, like dodge bullets, travel through time, and enter the Speed Force, but he also proved capable of teleporting people to other universes, stealing and lending speed, and even outrunning death itself. That is crazy fast, but just how fast is he overall though? Well, let's take a look and find out. Alright, so like always, we need a good base feat to kick things off, and I think we can see a pretty good one in the 1960s The Flash, issue number 111, in the story titled The Challenge of the Crimson Crows. During the story, we see Wally following a local teenage gang known as the Crimson Crows and stopping them from trying to fight another teenage gang known as the Golden Eagles. While following them around, Wally's shown to be running so fast nobody in the Crimson Crows is able to actually see him running around. Instead, they think it's just a gust of wind. Now, as I've said before in some of my other videos, the human eye is capable of registering up to 250 frames per second, so in order to appear invisible, Wally would have to be running at a bare minimum speed of 561.47 miles per hour, or about 903 kilometers an hour, just a little bit faster than the 560 mile an hour or 900 kilometer an hour cruising speed of a typical airliner. Skipping up to 1989's The Flash, issue number 24, we see Wally recreating the accident that originally gave him powers after he lost them because of the gene bomb developed by the Dominators. While the experiment was a success in the sense that Wally got his speed back, it turns out that speed may be a little bit of a problem. Wally was running fast enough to not only break the sound barrier, but the sonic booms he left behind pretty much obliterated the road he was running on and almost destroyed everything else. Now, to create a sonic boom, Wally would have to run faster than the speed of sound, which is 767 miles per hour or 1,234 kilometers an hour. Now, running faster than the speed of sound is cool and all, but you know what's cooler than that? Reacting faster than a bullet. Yeah, I know it seems kind of dumb to point this out, but just in case there's some of you out there who maybe just crawled out from under a rock and found out about this new superhero they call The Flash, Wally can easily bullet time. They all can, but we're talking about Wally here. Anyways, during a fight with Deadshot, Wally, while massively underpowered, was still able to casually swat bullets fired from Deadshot's wrist-mounted guns. All of you Batman/Suicide Squad fans out there might remember that Deadshot's wrist guns use Magnum rounds, which tend to vary in velocity, but on average they tend to travel around 1,200 feet per second. That's about 818 miles per hour or 1,316 kilometers an hour. Just a tad bit under the 886 mile an hour muzzle velocity of the Uzi 9mm.
The Uzi 9mm. Uzi 9mm.
There's also been a couple times, like in The Flash issue number 80 or in Flash issue number 0, where he mentions that he can actually outrun the pull of gravity. Now, the way it's worded, you might be all like, oh, who cares, it's just one of the Flash's moves, that's all. Yeah, it's one of the Flash's moves, but it's essentially a laid-back way of saying that Wally can run fast enough to reach escape velocity, otherwise known as the speed you need to throw your ass into space. And that's pretty awesome, since that means Wally could run at a speed of 25,053.69 miles per hour or 40,320 kilometers an hour. Now, that definitely sounds awesome, but you know what's even more impressive than that? Being able to run at the speed of light. Of course, there's multiple instances where Wally's been able to move at least that fast, like when he dodged energy beams or when bullets fired in a movie theater seemed completely frozen to him. That one was always kind of cool to me because it's been estimated that time just stops when you reach light speed. You can get a simple description of this from Neil deGrasse Tyson on his radio show Star Talk.
Alright, as you travel faster and faster, get closer and closer to the speed of light, you age more and more and more slowly. But if you ever hit the speed of light, then time stops.
Cool, right? Anyways, the speed of light is 669,600,000 miles per hour, or 1,077,616,742.4 kilometers an hour. But given his connection to the Speed Force, we know that Wally can run way faster than this. Like before the start of the Crisis storyline, we see Wally mention that at one time he was able to circle the Earth 3 times in a single second. As you guys might remember from some of my earlier videos, the formula for circular velocity is 2 pi r divided by t, or 2 times pi times the radius of our circle divided divided by the time it took to finish a lap around that circle. The radius of the Earth is 6,371 kilometers, or 6,371,000 meters, and dividing that single second by 3, since we're calculating how fast Wally would complete a lap around the Earth at that speed, means that Wally could run around the world once in 0.33 seconds. Plugging our numbers into the formula would give us this, and doing the math means that Wally could run around the world once at a speed of 271,210,765 miles per hour, or about 436,471,418 kilometers an hour. Multiplying this by 3 to cover the 3 laps Wally claims to be able to pull off means that at that point in Wally's history, he could run at a speed of 813,632,296 miles per hour, or about 1,309,414,254 kilometers an hour. That's almost 4 times faster than the escape velocity of a neutron star, which sits at a nice and easy 220 million miles per hour, or 360 million kilometers an hour. Damn. Skipping up to JLA issue number 89, we saw Wally rescue the population of a North Korean city from a massive explosion by running everyone out to this hill miles away. How fast is that? Well, according to the comic, Flash ran a little over 500,000 people 35 miles away in 0.00001 microseconds. Now, the comic says that he sometimes carried 2 people, but since we don't know how often that is, let's simplify everything and just say that on average, he was carrying 1.5 people every time he ran back and forth. That means Wally had to run 70 miles, his to and from distance, about 354,666 times. Doing the math means that Wally ran a total distance of 24,826,620 miles, or about 39,954,571 kilometers. And like I said earlier, the comic also states that Wally ran this distance in 0.00001 microseconds, or 0.00000000001 seconds. Plugging both of these numbers into our handy dandy velocity formula gives us this, and doing the math means that Wally ran at a speed of 8 sextillion 937 quintillion 583 quadrillion 200 trillion miles per hour, or 14 sextillion 383 quintillion 645 quadrillion 897 trillion 419 billion 650 million kilometers an hour. That means Wally's traveling 13 trillion 330 billion 533 million 732,548 times faster than the speed of light. But as crazy as that sounds, even rescuing this many people that quickly still isn't his greatest feat. See, there was this one time that Wally was able to move so fast he was able to outrun instant teleportation. Yeah, that's right, I said instant. Back in 1998, DC published a storyline called The Human Race, where Wally had to try to save the Earth from these aliens called the Cosmic Gamblers. Towards the end of the storyline, Wally challenged them to a race for the fate of the Earth, and after borrowing kinetic energy from everyone on 2 different planets, was able to run faster than the Cosmic Gamblers could teleport. Fast enough to where there wasn't even really a word to describe how fast he's moving. But just how fast is that exactly? Well, we can see here that Wally starts this impossibly fast run while on the moon, which is 238,900 miles, or 384,400 kilometers away from Earth. And like I said earlier, the comic states that Wally ran faster than there's words to describe his speed. Thus, it's safe to say that he was running faster than a single Planck instant. A Planck instant is the smallest measurable amount of time possible, measuring in at approximately 5.39 times 10 to the negative 44 seconds. For Wally to run 384,400 kilometers in that amount of time means he would need to run at a speed of about 7 sextillion 131 quintillion 725 quatardecillion 420 tredecillion meters per second. Converting that to miles per hour and kilometers an hour means that Wally, with the combined kinetic energy of 2 planets behind him, was running at a maximum top speed of 15 sextillion 953 quintillion 215 quatardecillion 416 tredecillion 964 duodecillion 925 undecillion miles per hour, or 25 sextillion 674 quintillion 211 quatardecillion 511 tredecillion 999 duodecillion 950 undecillion kilometers an hour.
You getting any of this?
Every 5th word, maybe.
For the record, that means Wally was running 23 tredecillion, 824 duodecillion, 993 undecillion, 155 decillion, 561 nonillion, 8 octillion, 106 septillion, 326 sextillion, 912 quintillion, 242 quadrillion, 301 trillion, 850 billion, 858 million, 845,750 times faster than the speed of light. Holy shit. I mean, there's really no words that can describe how crazy fast this speed feat is. Well, you got me there. Now, I know this technically isn't Wally's true top speed, since he did have a little help from a couple planets and all that, but damn, you cannot deny that this is still an incredible feat. I'm pretty sure C.W. Barry would be crapping his pants if he ever found out that this was a thing. But anyways, guys, that's how fast the post-crisis Wally West is. If you guys like this video, or you have your own calculations you want to throw out there, then go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, I will see you all next time. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to click that like button, maybe leave me a comment while you're at it, and go ahead and click that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to check out any of my social media pages. I've got a Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. All those links are going to be in the description below. And I've also got my last video right there in the middle of your screen. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and click it, check it out. Alright, and I will see you all next time.